They say wisdom begins in wonder. But I ask you, how often do you truly wonder? Do you pause, even once a day, to ask, what am I doing and why? Most people drift. They wake, they scroll, they consume, and then they sleep again. But that is not living. That is surviving on autopilot. I am Socrates. I lived over 2,000 years ago. I wore no fancy robes. I built no empire. I simply asked questions, dangerous questions. When I was young, I heard the oracle at Delphi say, "No one is wiser than Socrates." I laughed. Surely they had erred. I knew nothing. So I began asking others, politicians, poets, craftsmen, what they knew. And each time I found the same pattern. They thought they knew everything, and in truth, they understood very little. But admitting ignorance, that's where wisdom begins. Do you know what love is, what courage is, or justice? Not just the word, but its meaning in your life. Most cannot answer, and yet they claim to be living well. It's like claiming to sail without knowing the stars or the winds. So I questioned and questioned, and Athens grew uneasy. They accused me of corrupting youth, of challenging the gods. But I never taught answers. I taught the pursuit. Let me ask you now, what do you value most? Is it wealth, reputation, influence? Have you examined whether those things make you better or simply busier? Tell me, how many hours do you work? And how many of those hours teach your soul anything? In my time, people feared death, yet I did not. Death is either a great sleep or a journey to somewhere new. The real tragedy, I said, is living without reflection. To never examine one's life is to live as a shadow of oneself. You might build towers, earn titles, collect thousands of followers, but if you don't know your own heart, you are lost. I am here not to lecture, but to converse. Imagine me as a friend who won't let you settle for easy answers. Do you know who you are? Have you chosen your beliefs or inherited them blindly? Do you define success, or has the world defined it for you? If you were to stand before a jury tomorrow, could you say, "I have lived honestly, I have sought truth, even when it hurt"? That is the soul of philosophy, to seek truth, to strip away illusion, to live with virtue, not convenience. Virtue does not trend. It does not go viral, but it endures. It shaped my choices when the city turned against me. When I stood accused, I did not beg. I did not grovel. I told them, I would rather die having spoken truth than live having betrayed it. They found me guilty, and so I drank the poison. Would you? Would you hold to your principles even at the cost of comfort? I ask, not to condemn, but to awaken, not to shame, but to stir the part of you that still seeks to live well. The world gives you distractions. I offer a question. Are you living a good life or a busy one? This is not the end, only the beginning. Let us talk again. They gave me poison, not for silence, but because questioning made them uncomfortable. So tell me, in your world, is comfort the new virtue? I see motion without direction, opinions without inquiry. You consume knowledge, but do you digest wisdom? How many of your beliefs are truly yours? Do you hold them because they feel right or because they were handed to you? Do you speak because you know or because silence feels dangerous? I lived in a time of gods and war. You live in a time of algorithms and attention, different tools, same traps. They dressed me in accusations because I did not worship what others did, not idols of gold, but idols of comfort, of certainty. I ask you now, who or what do you worship? Is it fame, approval, convenience? Has convenience become a god? Look around. Everyone running. But where? You rush for careers, for recognition, for validation. But when was the last time you paused to ask, do these things nourish my soul? I do not condemn comfort, but I warn against numbing. To feel pain is not failure. It is evidence that you are alive. To feel doubt is not weakness. It is a doorway to understanding. Most run from discomfort. I walked toward it, and in the end, it was discomfort that made them silence me. Not because I was wrong, but because I made them look inward. Will you face the questions that disturb you? Will you challenge your mind, even if it costs you popularity? Will you be honest, even when the world begs for pretension? Virtue is not loud. It does not trend, but it is the only foundation worth standing on when the storm comes. This conversation between you and me, it matters, not because I am wise, but because you can be. Keep asking, keep growing. The examined life is not just mine, it is yours to begin. You've listened, you've reflected. Now I ask, will you act? Knowledge is not the end, it is the beginning. Courage is not the absence of fear, it is the decision to walk forward through it. Your world offers you everything except stillness, and in that stillness lies your true self. So many chase identity through trends, roles, validations. But who are you without the applause? Who are you when no one is watching? You do not need to be perfect. You only need to be honest. My path was not easy. It cost me my place, my comfort, and finally, my life. But I stood on principle because I believed the soul was worth protecting. What you believe today shapes tomorrow. Let the questions guide you. Let virtue be your compass. You were not born to follow blindly. You were born to become. I leave you not with doctrine, but with invitation. Ask, seek, change, and above all, live a life that is truly your own. The examined life is not a burden, it is a birthright. Socrates.